Moving forward, guys, I got another interesting series that could wrap up last night by the time these folks are hearing this. The Sixers and the Raptors. Mr. Joel Embiid just can't stay healthy. Shout out Joel. He said, I'm still play. We appreciate you for toughing it out, brother. But once again, I don't know we need to get him in vibranium, bro, because he'll have MVP season until he retires, unless his body continues to F with him like this. So, first and foremost, Omar, is the series ending tonight? And then afterwards, is Nick Nurse destined to be a Laker?
I think the series does end tonight. I am, however, worried about Joel Embiid and the Sixers because a few things. I've just playing basketball. I've bruised my right thumb, and he's dealing with a torn ligament. So I have no idea how he's dribbling and shooting and doing, at the highest intensity playing basketball. So that's going to be an issue because most likely, Miami's probably going to get Trae Young and the Hawks out of there. So Miami's probably going to have like swarm the what do they call them, the foul merchants, Harden and Embiid in the second round. So I think they'll be able to eliminate the Raptors tonight. The Nick Nurse thing, man, I think we're just gonna continue to ride the train to bring Nick Nurse home, which is LA, to the crypto arena. I think I heard I saw on the timeline, or I think I heard it on the game, but he called OG Anunoby Braun during a timeout or something, and I found that was hilarious. I think that's
Raggy Roo.
Huh?
I said that's something. It's not nothing.
It's
not
something,
nothing.
right?
Who has a Freudian slip about somebody that they're not thinking about?
Exactly. So Nick Nurse, the next head coach of the Lakers.
Confirmed.
But
Nurse.
I think he'd be an excellent fit. I'm not liking these. There's way too many rumors of Mark Jackson and him being connected to the Lakers. Like
You seeing that?
I'm seeing that way too much. Like J.R. Smith, I love you, and aside from that free throw gaff or whatever happened during the finals, and you won a chip as a nice side piece with the Lakers, but stop putting that energy out there on the timeline, please. I do not want Mark Jackson and the Lakers in the same sentence anywhere.
Guru Ass is partially responsible as well.
Oh yeah, he is.
Guru holding it down on our Late Night Lake Show Spaces. I think he's sipping the Mark Jackson tea. Guru's good for a good troll, and I think somebody said in the timeline, the best troll is the one that you don't know if they're serious or not. And I don't know if Guru's serious or not about wanting Mark Jackson, but Kwame, is that something that you're subscribing for? A LeBron James, Mark Jackson, like you said on the last episode, man, he loves him some former hoopers that turn into coaches.
Yeah, man, no, I have no interest in Mark Jackson being on the sidelines for the Los Angeles Lakers in any capacity. I don't want him near. I'm good on Mark, but teach their own. I find it hard to see Nick Nurse unless these guys really give up the keys. If they give up the keys, I think it's a no-brainer. I think he shows up, but I don't have faith in our front office to relinquish all strangleholds they have on the organization to Nick Nurse. Why would he come? Why would he want to leave Toronto where he basically has free reign to come over to the Lakers and have to report to Kurt Rambis? Yeah, okay. I don't see it happening unless he gets the keys. They hand him the keys and say, guide us. He'll be all down. But honestly, I don't really see Mark Jackson being that guy either. He's not a guy to really play a submissive role either as a coach. We've heard about his previous run-ins with front offices and whatnot. So I don't expect him to fall on that. But if he's thirsty for a coaching job, he's just gonna get his foot in the door. And if he blows shit up, he'll just blow shit up and go get a different job as long as the Lakers looked halfway decent. So I mean, I don't know what our coaching future looks like. I really do not. But
that's good.
I find it really hard
to hear.
I find it really hard to just invest in Nick Nurse without if we had a normal front office, by all means. But we don't have a normal front office. So, I won't believe it till I see it.
You don't have to whisper that.
Oh, that's fair.
You can
scream it from the mountains.
You can scream it. You can curse at them. You can do whatever.
Yeah, they're whack. But like I said, until I see that official notification scroll across the top of my phone that Nick Nurse is set to become the next head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers, I'll leave it in the pipe dreams.
We do an emergency episode when that happens.
We'll go live everywhere.
Yeah, just everywhere. Just fire all. There was Quinn Schneider, we already talked about on the last episode. If you want to go check that out, we break down all the top coaching candidates. But I still would really love some Quinn Schneider coaching the Lakers. If you think back to those interviews or those articles earlier in the offseason when the Lakers first got rid of Vogel and what they're looking for in their next coach, the one thing that kind of pissed all Lakers fans off was the line about they're looking for somebody with former Lakers experience, because that fucking means something today. Quinn Schneider fits that bill, former assistant 1 year. So I think the way that just the Utah series is going, they picked up a big win last night or 2 nights ago. But that train just seems like you know where it stops at every year. They peak at the second round, and for the most of the time, they are a happy to be here participant in the playoffs. So a Quinn Schneider, hell, Utah's changing their colors to black and like neon yellow and shit. Maybe Quinn says that's too much. That's way too much. I can't put up with shit like that. Dwayne, you're going way too far with the changes, brother. We need to break up. So I still probably would have Quinn Schneider at the top of my wish list, just because if I'm picking from a basket of Laker adjacent prospects, it gets a little spooky really fast when you start looking at some of the other options. Mike Brown, with the biggest smile on the planet, sitting on the bench for the Golden State Warriors right now. Kwame, does that do absolutely anything for you?
Mike Brown? No, I've already seen the Mike Brown and LeBron reunion. It was great this first stint in Cleveland. Very different.
I forgot they were together in Cleveland. I'm thinking about Mike Brown, former Lakers head coach.
Yeah.
That's the job he took right after Brown bounced to Miami and they sent his ass packing. He went over to the Lakers. But
wow.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think he's a bad coach. I mean, he's probably not on the top of my wish list, but I mean, if we had him, I guess you're just like, oh, whatever. I mean, I hope he could do something. I don't know. I guess I haven't gotten a good taste of his coaching skills in a long time. So I don't think I have a great assessment, but again, former, he has Laker ties, he's got LeBron ties. I mean, I'd rather have him over Mark Jackson, I guess. I'm gonna be honest there. I don't know. He's not my number one, but like I said, yeah, he's probably right in the middle. I'll take him if there's no one else. It could definitely be worse. We could have like Doc Rivers or something. And that, I'm gonna take a quick moment to acknowledge our good friend Dr. Rivers. Hey, this Embiid injury is a guarantee they'll give him another chance, because if they flame out, they'll blame Embiid's thumb. So This is great for us. This is great news for us Lakers fans. He won't be cooked at the end of the season for falling short. They're going to be like, you know what? Embiid wasn't healthy. We didn't get a full season to integrate Harden. Maxi's just coming into his own. They'll let it rock for another season minimum. So I have no concerns about Doc Rivers. So I think we're good on that front, in my humble opinion. But yeah, Mike Brown, I'll take it. Like I said, it doesn't move me. It doesn't get me excited. But, can he be worse than Frank? I don't think many people can. So I'll take it.